Morning, sweethearts. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Chase Evans, and I'm going to show you guys a day in the life of a BYU student. So just barely getting out of the apartment, going to head off to school. First class is calculus. So I'll see you guys when I get to school. All right, actually, I decided that I got to show you something. A lot of people here at BYU drive scooters around, little mopeds. And so that's my ride for today. I'll show you guys just how many people actually do ride them once I get to school. So take care. Okay, what's up guys? I just barely got to school here, and just to show that I'm not kidding about the scooters, take a look at this. I guess a lot of them are motorbikes too, but there are so many people that are riding scooters and bikes. It's actually sick. And honestly, it's not super warm out. It's a beautiful day, but it's not like it's a hot day. So I'm excited to see how many more come out as the weather gets warmer and warmer. But yeah, I figure I should introduce myself. I'm Chase Evans. I am a BYU student here. I'm actually an international student. I'm from Canada, Alberta, Canada, a little town called Raymond. For Americans, it's right above Montana.
Hello, how are you doing?
But yeah, I'm loving it here at BYU. I'm majoring in chemistry, taking it pre-med. So I'm in for the long haul, and I like it so far. So hopefully it continues to be amazing. But I'm just getting into my first building here. First class is calculus. So they don't like us recording in classrooms, so I probably won't do that, but I'll show you the lecture hall from the outside. Okay, they don't love us recording in classrooms, so I'll just show you the lecture hall real quick before I step in, and I'll catch you after the class. Here it is.
It comes from rewriting tangents.
Okay, see y'all later. All right, you guys, just barely got out of calculus, and I'm on my way to chemistry. Chemistry is honestly one of my favorite classes because it's the most interesting. Least favorite because it's so much work, but it should be good. We're getting near the end of the semester, so hopefully it starts to calm down. But anyways, this wouldn't be a LearningSweet video if I didn't give you some information about BYU, about campus, about Provo. So as I'm going throughout the video, I'll definitely drop some, I don't know, of my favorite things about Provo, my least favorite things about Provo, and just some cool facts about campus. All right, you guys, same deal as before. Can't be filming inside, but here's the class. So I'll catch you guys after. Hey guys, what's up? Just barely got out of my chem class, just as hard as all the other ones. I'm excited for it to be over. But anyways, gonna head over to the Wilk and grab some lunch and then do some studying. What we got on the agenda for today is honestly pretty boring. I've got one more class. It's a bio class, Cell 120, and then I have to write a midterm. And then lastly, got a fun date planned for tonight. Gonna go to a rodeo with a bunch of friends, and it should be a lot of fun. We'll see if we can find some shenanigans to get up to in between all of this. But yeah, for now, I'll see you guys in the Wilk. All right, you guys, I'm here in the Wilk. I've got my food. Decided to go with Chick-fil-A. Actually, we did a video a couple days ago about which cafeteria restaurant is the best here at the Wilk. And my opinion is definitely Chick-fil-A. Now, I think that I'm a little bit biased. In Canada, we actually don't have Chick-fil-A. So when I came down here and tried it, I was like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing ever. So I'm excited for that. But I decided that while I'm sitting here, before I get into studying, I would explain some of my favorite parts about BYU here. There is nothing better than a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's so good. Okay, but figure I'll continue with my list of a couple of my favorite things here at BYU. Talked about the culture and how incredible that is. Another really big thing is the religious aspect. Obviously, it is a Christian school. It's run by a church. And because of that, it's super unique compared to other universities. Before classes, we'll pray. We'll usually have a spiritual message at the start of every class. Along with that, every Tuesday there's a big devotional that's talking about how we can grow closer to Christ and improve ourselves as individuals. And then on top of that, just the amount of Christians here that are all working towards growing closer to Christ, it's unheard of. It's amazing. So that's definitely near the top of my list. Okay, I decided to take a break from studying for a little bit to show you guys around the Will, and just because I'm tired of studying. But yeah, I'll cut around the building to show you guys a bunch of things. Right now I'm up on the balcony above the, I don't know what to call it, main stage area. I think they're setting up for a concert or something tonight, so should be cool. Seems like they're constantly doing that kind of thing. But as I'm showing you guys around, I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit more about BYU. I'm gonna talk about some of the stereotypes that I hear a lot of here and tell you if they're true or not. So, show you guys when I get to something sick. Okay, first thing to show you guys is definitely the ballroom here. It's, yeah, just simply a ballroom. It's kind of sick though. They constantly have little concerts or performance going on here, talent shows. And then for club night, which is Tuesday night, I'll explain a little bit more about it later, but they have swing dancing, and then I think that there's a couple other dancing like clubs that happen here, one after another, but it is sick. So if you get the chance to come here, even if you're not a BYU student, definitely check out the club night here. It's sick. Okay, next thing to show you guys is gonna be the cafeteria. I know we did a video on some of the best places to eat, and I know I was already here earlier today, but it's pretty clutch if you're looking for something nice and easy. Plus there's lots of seating, and like I said, people here are so friendly. All the time I'll just go and sit with some random stranger, introduce myself, and they're so chill, so it's super fun. Okay, another thing to check out when you're here at BYU is definitely the BYU store. It's so clutch. If you're a student and you need school supplies, there's everything you could need. If you're just a BYU fan, a Cougars fan, you can grab all of the merch that you want. They've literally got everything. And they've just got sick random things. Like they've got this whole go-kart thing. I don't even know what to call it, but it's sick. And then along with that, if you're a big reader, you can go downstairs and they've got a whole library, bunch of paintings. It's really cool. Okay, I think one of my favorite things here is they've got a whole Lego set of BYU's Academy before it turned into BYU. It's pretty impressive. So BYU store, definitely a place to check out. But yeah, I said that I was gonna go and talk about some stereotypes. So I searched some up and I'm gonna share some of the ones that I've heard a lot of. But yeah, let's get into it. As far as stereotypes here at BYU, there's actually a lot of them. A lot of them that are true and a lot of them that are not true. One of the main ones that I hear is that BYU students are perfectionists, wicked goody two-shoes, always trying to, I don't know, prove how righteous they are, prove that they're better than everybody else, which I think is partly true. Like I think there is a lot of people that are the I'm holier than you type of people here at BYU, but I think that overall, most people are just regular guys, regular girls, people that are just trying to get through school. So I'd say yes and no to that one. The next stereotype I'm going to talk about is, I think, one of the funnier ones. I get asked all the time if there's anybody at BYU that is not a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's the school that owns BYU. And the simple answer is no, not really. Like, I looked up a study as of 2019. It was 98% of students were members of the church. So it's pretty densely populated with LDS members. Okay, the last stereotype that I'm going to talk about is probably my favorite. I think it's so funny. A lot of people think that BYU students come to BYU with a very big goal of getting married as fast as possible. And it's 100% true. So many of my friends are already talking about marriage, even if they've only been dating their partner for like a month or two. It's crazy. But while I'm here, there's a whole bowling alley in the Wilkinson Center. There's also a salon for haircuts. There's all kinds of school amenities like counseling and advisors and whatnot. It is a clutch building. But yeah, for the stereotype, definitely people are here to get married. Might not be their first goal, but it's one of their top few goals. Okay, you guys, the last class for today is a bio class. It's honestly a fairly easy one. So I'm gonna crank this class out and then go and write a midterm. So I'll catch you guys on the way to the midterm. All right, you guys, we're heading off to our last stop of the day. It's BYU's testing center for this midterm. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm ready for it, but we're gonna crush it out anyways. It's calculus, so it's always hard to predict how those go. But on my way, I figured I'd talk about some of the things that I guess I don't love as much about BYU. I think that a lot of these are subjective. There's not very many of them either. One of the main ones is I'm from a super small town, and so the big city of Provo, it becomes a lot. So I'm definitely tired of the big city life. I want to go back to a small farm town pretty soon, which is why I'm excited for the summer. Another big one, and this one's less subjective. This one is kind of a big deal. We don't get a spring break. So in the winter semester, there's never a long period of time for you to go and visit family. So with me being a 12-hour drive from home up to Canada, I didn't get a chance to go see my family all semester, which is a bummer. But at the same time, you're here for school. It's not like a deal breaker, if that makes sense. All right, just barely got out of that midterm. It was all right. There's only one question I didn't know, so it should be fine. Got to meet up with my date now. We're going over to the rodeo. Yeah, I'll catch you guys with her. Well, sweethearts, it was a pretty good day. I completely forgot to film on this date at the rodeo, but it was a lot of fun. Got to watch a couple people get bucked off bulls and whatnot. Yeah, this is a day in the life of a BYU student. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.